This is a safe space to talk about DILFs. If I ever make a channel trailer, it has to go in it.
Talk about
DILFs. Okay. We don't know age talk. It's okay.
I think 12. I think it was 12. No. Thank you, Hayate, for the hydrate. Don't mind my third arm. Don't mind her, guys.
Oh, that's right. Shark bait. Shark bait. Ooh ha ha.
Thank you, Vexy, for shouting out Dayato. If you guys are not already, please go check out. I can't. My brain's not. I'm like have that computing stage where I can't gather thoughts. Oh my god. I forgot how really bad my morning brain is. God, it's pretty bad. Fuck. Give me a second. Dopes. Oh, my violent pleasure. How are you doing? Thank you for collecting a Luna. Well, before I tell you about how I almost quit my job, it was 12:23 this morning, and I was like very groggy. I was looking at my phone. I was like, oh, I gotta get up to start streaming. To go for streaming. And I was like, okay. And then I was like 5 more minutes. And I closed my eyes, and then it was like 12:30. And I was like, ah! And then I like rolled out of my bed and hit the floor. And then like I like half dead scrambled to my bathroom to proceed to brush my teeth and use it at the same time. Like I like ninja roll out my bed. I hit the floor. It was just me rolling instead of my legs like trying to attach to the ground to catch myself. I just went oof and like hit the ground. And I got up so fast to like run straight to the toilet. I was tired. I feel like around 12, like 11 something, I've been like getting up in the mornings to like get ready. That was not happening today. I slept weird. My hip was like, what are you doing? Because I was like all twisted up. And when I say I was sleeping weird, if you guys saw me doing this weird ass backbend in my bed, you would be like, what the fuck is happening in here? Is she practicing being the exorcist today? I was like all twisted and very funky. I've never slept like that before. Normally I like cling to something. Normally I like cling to something in front of me and wrap my legs around it. No, today my legs, my feet were poking out backwards, and it looked like I was arching my back, and I was clinging to the blankets behind me with my hand. Hands clinging to the blanket behind me. I had nothing on top of me. So I'm okay though. Yeah, I'm okay. Grippy hands. My hand's like, this blanket's not getting away. My feet were feeling the same thing too. I think I threw the blanket off me in my sleep, and then like I was trying to cling back. I was trying to pull it back on me, but I couldn't get it back. And I just ended up with me being too tired to actually fight to get my blanket back, and I just ended up sleeping like that. So I think that's literally what happened. Oh, but also this morning, I almost quit my job. I should probably I'm pulling my artwork right now. I almost quit my job because last night at work, I didn't sleep all night at work, but I got up at work, and I was periodically checking my patient. And at 4 a.m. was the last time I checked them. And at my job, in this patient's particular house, they have an upstairs. They have a basement, and they have the main floor that when you enter their house, you go into the main floor. Then they have an upstairs, and they have an attic. So when you go upstairs, if you walk up the actual stairs and walk into the hall where all the bedrooms are on, that door has a lock on it. And at night, I will walk up those stairs and I'll lock that door. But also there's an elevator that also comes up to that floor too on the other side. And on the other side of the end of the hallway, there's a door that closes it, which then separates to my room. And I was like, okay, I was perfectly fine. I got up at 4 to last check them to make sure they're okay, they're sleeping fine, and they were taken care of. So at 5:45, when I was getting up for the day and getting ready to like go and do like all my nurse morning shit before I leave, I noticed that the door at the end of the hallway that separates my room from the rest of the hallway, that door doesn't have a lock, by the way, guys. There's no lock on that door. It was stuck. It was stuck closed. I turn off the lights on the hallway and close that door. So my patient doesn't hear me at night. And for 2, because one time while I was sleeping, my patient like got up and walked down the hallway and opened my door and gave me a fucking heart attack. They gave me a fucking heart attack. So they don't do that regularly, but that night they were having like a really bad night. But this time, in real life horror moment, thank you for collecting Luna, Uncle Ultra. But this time she went and she was fine. She was sleeping fine. She was sleeping all night long. There was like literally no issue with her, like whatsoever. So I was like not really worried about that. But then what happened was when I woke up to go take care of her before I went to work, the door was stuck and I couldn't open the door. And I was like, ah, shit, my boss is relieving me this morning. I don't want to deal with this. I got to find a way to get this in this door. Like, I'm going to have to like break it down.
Oh no! Oh yeah!
I don't want to break down someone's door. They're going to be like charged you like, oh, you got to pay all this money for this door. And the thing is like, I never had an issue with this before. So I didn't think it was like a big deal because it's like I said, there's never been an issue like this before with it. So I was like, okay, that's weird. It's weird. But so it like really caught me off guard. And it's also because the house is really old. It's like really, really old house. Like this house was built before 1964. Like that's how old it is. It's pretty old. So I tried everything. I went down the elevator, ran to the other side, tried to open the door, but I locked that door shut and I lock it shut because if someone breaks inside the house, like me and my patient would be safe upstairs. And I'm a paranoid piece of shit. I want to be safe. And that neighborhood's scary. Like, it's not like scary, like there's bad gangsters or something there. It's scary, like other reasons I don't want to say. I don't want people to judge me for saying those reasons, but it's pretty scary. Gaslighting or accurate title, I'm not sure. It's probably gaslighting. Sounds about right. But I couldn't get the door open, and then my boss got there, and my boss pops the door open really quick with a paperclip, and then she starts yelling at me, telling me, don't you ever fucking close this door again. She's like, don't you ever fucking do this. She's like, if you can't get to the patient, it's instant fire. And I told her, I was like, well, stop cursing at me. And then like, and she was like, well, this is ridiculous. It should always be there. And I was like, okay, but you don't have to curse at me because of that. That's silly. And then, I go and I check on the patient, make sure she's fine. She's 100% fine. She was sleeping nice and sound. I just checked on her at 4 a.m. But 4 a.m. I pulled the door closed. And then after I pulled the door closed, it got stuck. And I don't fucking know how. I don't know how it got stuck, to be honest. But my boss really pissed me off. I checked her, she was fine. I checked her blood pressure and all that other stuff. She was okay. And so then when I was getting ready to leave, my boss goes and says to me, like, she was like, you're not being paid to sleep here. And she's like, you're not being paid to sleep here. And it's not okay that you went upstairs, closed that door, closed up everything and turned off the lights, and everything and just decided to go to sleep. And I was like, excuse me. I was like, I literally have a doctor's. I have documentation from a doctor that you have seen that says that I get sleepy. And I was like, and that's discrimination. And I was like, and secondly, I was like, how come you're saying for something that absolutely happened for the first time ever that was not my fault is my fault? And acting like I don't take care of like my patient. I was like super pissed. I was chewing her out and I wasn't cursing. And you know, I always curse, but I wasn't cursing. And I was really mad because she treated me like I was a child. And then, and I was like, well, I'm going to leave. I was like, I wrote my notes down right here. I was like, have a great day. And it took me everything not to curse her, like not to curse her out and not to quit right there. But what made it even harder is that she called my coworker, and I didn't know this because, by the way, this house is like very new to me. I don't go in all the rooms. I don't snoop through other people's homes. So if someone invites me, if like you invite me to your home to sleep over, I'm not about to peek around in every single house, every single room, and know where every single thing is. That's not my place to be nosy. Like, if the neighbors across the street are fighting and arguing, I will peek out on my front porch with my coffee and act like I'm enjoying the day to be nosy as fuck. But if someone invites me to sleep over their house, I'm not gonna fucking like snoop around your house. Like, what the fuck? So my boss calls my coworker and says, I went and cursed Kisa out. She's like, and she was frantic about the door, but I forgot to tell her that in the bedroom that she sleeps in, if she goes into the bathroom in the bedroom she sleeps in, there's a door in that bathroom, which I know there's a door. That bathroom leads to another guest bedroom, which leads out to the hallway that she had locked up, and she could have went to the patient and opened the door. And my coworker and my boss was laughing to my coworker about it, and I was like, I didn't know, and I was really frustrated. And she was like, oh, well, she'll figure it out one day. And then my coworker was like, that's hella fucked up. And my coworker called me and told me, and I was like, nah, I'm about to quit this job right now. I don't need this. I'm about to quit. My life is more valuable than this piece of shit. No. So it like took everything, because like my boss didn't even want to call me and be like, oh yeah, by the way, if that ever happens again, there's literally in your fucking room, there's another way for you to get to where you were walked out of. And I'm like, really? And she didn't call me to tell me. So, okay, I'm done ranting. I'm just like, I'm like, I'm not happy with her right now. It was super fucked. I don't think people should do. Some type of people shouldn't be allowed to be boss. Damn. Some type of people shouldn't be allowed to be bosses. Cause she treats me like a child, and she always says backhanded stuff like, Kisa, you need to act like an adult and stuff all the time. I'm canceling my concert time to go fight boss. No. She's older, she would lose. Want us to see the balls? Yeah, I want you to see the balls. You guys don't want to see the balls? You guys want to see how many balls I miss?